Hang on. Okay, good, you're good. Go.
In almost all the music that people listen to, there are three things. There's a melody, there's a bass line of some kind, and then there's what we call chords in the middle. We think of melody as the top, bass line the bottom, and the harmonic structure, chords, as being the middle. So what I'd like to show you is how a song that pretty much everybody's going to know, its most basic version of having those three things. And because we just finished making a Christmas record, and of course everybody knows Christmas tunes, I thought I'd take a Christmas song that everybody knows. In this case, it's Silver Bells.
What was that?
I know what it is. Sorry, I'm going to start it again.
Okay.
Fuck. It's the connection to the stereo. It's a little shorty and something got put on it. You want to start again, or do you want
to... just start again. You can just go ahead and go. Just keep it rolling.
These things just got memory out the wazoo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can I at least refer to you?
Yeah.
My friend Jim.
Yeah.
My friend Jim has asked me to give a little demonstration of jazz music and how it works at a real basic level. So one thing I like to do in a situation like that is to take a song that everybody knows, show how it has the three main layers or strata that musicians sort of think of tunes as having, and those are a top, a middle, and a bottom. Melody is top, bottom is what we call a bass line, middle is chords, harmonic structure, however you want to think of that, all those extra sounds that are the stuff beyond the melody and the bass line. We just finished making a Christmas record, and when you're thinking about songs that everybody knows, Christmas is usually a pretty good subject. So I'm going to take the tune Silver Bells, and first I'll play it very straight. So you recognize that melody. Almost everybody does. I hope you do. If you don't, sorry. So if I just play the top and the bottom, it sounds kind of like this. Obviously, something missing there. What if I just play the top and the middle? maybe a little bit nicer to listen to than the first example because it doesn't seem so empty, and yet there's still something that's missing. What if I just play the bottom and the middle and I leave out the top? That's interesting. Clearly, you could say we're not really even sure what song this is because I'm not playing any melody. But on the other hand, especially having just heard Silver Bells, I'm betting that when I was playing that right there, you couldn't help but hearing the melody in your head and you knew what tune it was even though you weren't hearing the melody. So that's kind of interesting. In fact, that's the point that I'd like to take up, which is that all three of those things are essential. But the middle thing, which is probably the thing we think about the least, is equally part of what defines any given song. For instance, if I played this, good chance that you know I was just playing Happy Birthday, but I wasn't playing the melody from the song. So when we hear the chords to any given song that we know, we can kind of hear the melody going on. From one point of view, this is a lot of what jazz is based on because jazz is about improvising, and for the most part, most commonly, not exclusively, but jazz is about improvising over songs that we know, or at least songs that a lot of people know. Songs that someone wrote for some purpose, a musical, a radio song where it's not going to involve improvisation. And so what jazz does is it takes the bottom part and the middle part and then allows the artist to make up new melodies over those two parts. So let's go back to Silver Bells, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the melody but in a little bit more jazzy way, and then I'm going to play one chorus of just the bottom and the middle, the bass and the chords, and then I'm going to improvise a little bit over that. And as that's passing by, when you're not hearing the melody, and even after I'm improvising and playing alternate melodies, see if you can hear the melody of Silver Bells in your head anyway, because in your ear, because it matches the chords that you're hearing. Top of a chorus. You hear I just got to the end of the part you know. Now it starts again, and now as I said I'm going to play just the bass line and the chords. those chords, same exact sequence of measures and beats and chords, I'm going to play an improvisation that represents an elaborated melody line, an alternate melody line. There you have a little improvisation on the chords from Silver Bells, and that's basically what's going on in a lot of jazz, is people learning the chord sequence with the accompanying bass line, hopefully played by a bass player, and then improvising melodies over the song that is known.
Could I ask you to do one more thing?
Yeah.
Double time it, take it completely out. Or just take it completely out.
Okay, so if you were to then really abstract this song and, to use jazz language, take it out, that might sound something like this.
Alright, man. Perfect.
Does that do it?
That does it.
Oh. If I'd stopped before that last thing, that would have been 17 minutes.